Hello and welcome to the Five Keys to Thrive. My name is Raimonda Jan and I am your host for this TV show. Now, today we're going to be talking about the five keys to grounded magnetic presence to fully express your gifts in the world. And I know so many of you have amazing gifts and maybe you just haven't discovered or you haven't truly connected to it yet. Well, today's expert, Helen Su, who is visionary somatic dance coach and the founder of NiioDance, is going to talk a little bit more about that. So she helps heart-centered visionaries and leaders to reconnect to their true self, their purpose, their inner wellspring of creativity and vision through their inner connection, dance, and authentic self-expression. So you can expect today's session to be fun, grounded, and hopefully help you discover some gifts that maybe you have just forgotten. Now, Helen, good to see you. How are you? Where are you joining us from?
Hi, Raimonda. Thank you. I'm in Gloucestershire in the UK. It's in the southwest. It's got the Cotswolds. That's what it's famous for. There's some royal family and famous people in some big mansions tucked away that I never see. But that's kind of, if you've heard of it, Prince Anne's got there's a horsey sort of thing going on here. And yeah, it's
Amazing.
quite beautiful in some ways.
Helen, I know you love self-expression and you also help leaders to self-express fully, but also to connect and ground themselves, but actually through something that as unique as dancing. So let's talk a little bit about the five keys in a moment, but why do you think, or what is grounded magnetic presence, and how does it help us fully express ourselves?
When we're grounded, we're in our bodies. We spend so much time in our heads, especially in this world, in this modern world, that it takes us away from ourselves. We have a lot going on. We're busy. We're worrying about stuff. We get anxiety, but it's all in the top half of our body and especially in our heads. So when we become grounded, we drop deeper back down into the solidity and support of our actual physical being. It's like finding the roots. It's like gaining energetic roots that
Mm.
help root you and connect to the earth. So grounding's become quite a thing that people talk about because we are electromagnetic beings, and there is an electromagnetic energy of the earth. So when we're connected, and it's connected to gravity as well.
Mm.
It's like it's like having a building without any solid foundations. If you're not grounded in your body, you don't have that solid foundation of support. You
Yeah.
don't have your roots. And for a lot of us these days, we come from fractured families. Some people even have not even identity issues, right? Gender issues. So it's even more important to really feel that support within us, because sometimes externally we don't always get that support either.
Yeah, you're really quite right on that. And so many things can throw us off, and it doesn't really allow ourselves to fully express ourselves when we're not fully grounded in in our authentic truth. And do you find that people you work with sometimes miss the gold, the diamonds that they have within themselves because they're not grounded?
I think we all have gold that is still needs to be unearthed, every single last one of us. And
Mm.
I think we get sidetracked, we get distracted, we don't get support from people close to us who believe in us, because ultimately we have to believe in ourselves. Even if Muhammad Ali had a coach behind him telling him every day he was the greatest, which helps, most of us don't have that luxury. We have to learn to trust in ourselves, because our partners, our families might not agree with what we want to do or how we think or what we believe in.
Yeah.
And so, and all that, those worries and that, you can almost start to sense the nervousness and that sense of imbalance you feel in your body. When you start to think of someone close to you who doesn't support you, think of all the emotions that you start to feel, the sensations in your body. You're not feeling solid, right? You're not feeling like you can just stand tall and stand strong and proud.
Yes.
So that's how it can support you when you come back home to your body. Your body's always there. It's not going to let you down. It's your best
Mhm.
friend if you take care of it, if you take care of it.
Yeah, yeah. And that awareness as well of that presence that it has. Okay, so let's dive right in. I know you got 5 keys to share with our audience today, which is basically your signature method is what you do and what you help people unlock within themselves, unearth within themselves to really unlock those gifts. Let's talk about it. I'm curious.
Yeah. So these 5 keys are part of the 8 C's of self-leadership. I actually have a system, a 3-part system where you drop into your body, you work through your emotions, and then you express at the end. But these particular 5 keys are very connected to
Mm,
our connection. So 5 C's, the first one is connection. How many of us are disconnected from ourselves, from what we truly believe in, from what we were when we were growing up? We've suddenly morphed into someone else trying to fit a mold. We've lost our connection to ourselves. So the first fundamental connection is connecting home to yourself. This is part of the embodiment, to connect home to yourself. And you connect home to yourself by connecting through all of you, all the parts of you, your living, breathing, sensing, feeling body.
mm. Sounds so simple, isn't it? Just connect to yourself. But I know it from experience. We're so busy, so distracted, never have time, always doing something for somebody else. And it really takes just that presence and time. And it can be just a few minutes a day to reconnect. That gives you clarity and also, I think, sense of purpose and just self-awareness, if anything, to really see that actually, wow, when I connect to myself, I connect to my gifts. Amazing. What would be the next part or next step in your process?
So if we're going to connect home to ourselves, right, and really do a little check-in, give ourselves that little mini reset time, like you're talking about, then we have to drop into our hearts
Mm,
ultimately. Okay, we have to come back home to our hearts and compassion. So this is the second C. All my keys are begin with C from self-leadership, compassion. We have to have self-compassion. If we have self-compassion, we're going to just give ourselves the chance to do whatever we really want because we're going to be kind about it. We're not going to judge. We're going to come from love, not fear. So if we connect back into our hearts is a strong, the most powerful thing we have. It's got an energetic field much stronger than our brains. Okay, it's got it's got its own mind of its own. In Chinese culture, it's the heart of our spirit and our soul. So if we connect into this, our inner self, our depth, our heart, our compassion, then we're on track. And we obviously will be much kinder to others as well.
yeah. Yeah. It starts at home. It starts in your own heart. Compassion is such a strong emotion. We so often give it to others, but not ourselves.
And also, it strengthens our immune system. So, if you're compassionate to yourself, you're going to live longer, you're going to be healthier.
Yeah. I love it. All right. Number 3.
So, if we're grounded and connected, if we're in our hearts and being compassionate, then we can access our courage. Because
Ooh.
sometimes, yes, to do the things we really want to do in the world, it takes courage. Yes, we will get a bit out of our comfort zone. Yes, we are going to get the butterflies in our stomach. And yes, we are going to rise above what people close to us might say, the naysayers, the doubters. So we have to be able to be kind to ourselves to then think, okay, yeah, I'm going to go for it.
Mm.
I have the courage. I'm gonna put on my warrior self. I'm gonna don my warrior self and access my courage.
Yeah, I love that. Courage is so strong. And I guess coming from your culture, like having that Chinese background, courage is like being a warrior, isn't it? A warrioress. Where do you think that comes from? Like for you, do you think it's like something
If
that
we
we can create or curate in ourselves, or is it
I
what
think
we
you
built
can
in?
definitely cultivate it. Like actually, a lot of these talented musicians, writers, they practice. Everyone
Mm.
practices. And sometimes we have to lean into things that take us out of our comfort zone and lean into courage. I've done things that I never thought I could do because I was so determined I wanted to do them. But if I look back and I think, wow, I was really quite courageous. I think we've all been there. Even the simple thing of being a mother for a woman to give
Mm.
birth, right? That takes courage. If you've never given birth before, that is a scary place to go for us women. And for those of us who choose or can't have children, it's okay. You find your courage in other ways as well.
Mm.
So, and I think just sometimes to be in this world can take courage, quite frankly, these days. To do what to be an entrepreneur, to just
Mm.
follow your path takes courage. And so this is key. This is key to being able to live your truth, right?
Yeah. So I meet so many talented, amazing women who second guess themselves or whatever is their gifts, as we're talking about unlocking our gifts or expressing our gifts in the world. If you don't have the courage to step out there and be visible or talk about it or just put it out there, like, I'm not quite ready, it's not quite perfect, we're depriving someone of our gifts. We may never release them out in the world and therefore do someone a disservice, but it takes that courage to put them out there and into the world.
Yes. So I think we need to tell all of you to to just lean into your courage, find your courage, even if it seems like you're jumping over I don't know, the Grand Canyon, over the San Andreas Fault.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
can do it.
You can do it. I love it. Okay, we're moving on to number four.
Yeah. The fourth one is when we've found our connection, we've come into our hearts, we've tapped into our courage and our fire. That fire within us, because it's a fire that gives us courage, that energy, it's also going to burn away the fears, the doubts, the smoky murkiness, and it's going to give us clarity.
Mm.
Because we're just going to, when we decide, and that's, we're going to decide we're going to go for something, things will become clearer. It's like taking that first step. It's like learning to walk. And so things will become clearer and clearer. And so, yeah, when we're grounded, when we're on our mission, we're going to be clear. And that is a presence that you feel from someone. When someone's clear about what they believe in, their passion, when someone is being acting from integrity and they're speaking their truth, there's a clarity about them. When someone's not being truthful, that's how lie detectors work, right? They sense all the things going on inside your body because you're not clear. When we're in our truth and grounded, we're like this clear vessel of energy. Our energy is clear.
Mm. It's channel. It's like once you've got that courage, you got to direct it somewhere and your efforts as
Exactly.
well as otherwise you're going to be just okay, it's good to have courage, but you got to know where you're going to apply yourself.
Yeah, they say like in yoga, it's like the sword of discernment. You
Mm.
just cut through what's not clear, and you cut through. Like I'm not Christian like Moses, cutting through the sea, finding the way. Go forth, everyone. That clarity, that sword. Yeah, that's the warrior sword. Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. Well, we've got one more key. I can't believe we're getting to the end of it because this has been so good. I think just a reminder for people how to get grounded and reconnect.
So, whence we are this powerful, grounded, magnetic being going forth in the world, we're going to express, we're going to create, we're going to have this vision that's going to come, that's going to open up, we're going to expand basically. We're going to expand and our vision will expand, just like looking onto the horizon. We've connected to the fire in our solar plexus. I'm not going to say in our belly. It's actually in our solar plexus technically, and we're going to connect to that sun so that we can then actually light up the world, right? And so, what are you going to create when you're in that place? So
Mm.
that's the fifth key. You're going to create. You're going to tap into your creativity and
Yeah,
express.
yeah, yeah. And how powerful. Creative energy is so, so powerful, isn't it? That many people, I guess, not even aware of it, the creativity aspect of what they do.
And yeah, some people just immediately think, "Oh no, creative. I'm not creative. I can't sing. I can't dance. I can't." Everything in life is a creation. Everything that you do is a
Mm.
creation. Maybe you like gardening, or maybe you like, I don't know, a handy skill that's practical. It's still creative.
Yeah,
Thinking outside the box is being creative. And so it's an invitation to tap into your courage, to then be able to think creatively, to think outside the box. And maybe that's your way of expressing
yeah,
your creativity in the world.
yeah. I say my creativity is my entrepreneurship.
Absolutely. And you're very creative with it, Raimonda. 100%. We
Yeah,
all have our creativity in different ways. And
yeah.
they're all skills to be honored. They're all creation. We are creative beings.
Mm.
We've come from creation. We
Yeah,
were created in our mother's wombs. Some of us go on to procreate. We create
yeah,
all the time in every way. Maybe you're great in the kitchen, maybe you're a great communicator and you create safe spaces for people. But that could be your way of creating.
yeah. It's like the most powerful self-expression of yourself. When I think when you really tap into those gifts and you're not afraid, I think there's a lot of fear that holds us back. Then you, in your full expression of it, and as you say, creativity. I used to think what you just said, I'm not really that creative. I don't understand design too well. Like, I know if it's good or bad, but that's about it. Like, I'm not really a
But
designer.
if
I don't
you're
have an
tapping
eye.
into your compassion, your self-compassion, you're not even going to say that.
No, but I'm going
I
to
know what you
compare
mean.
it because creativity doesn't have to be art.
Absolutely not.
Which I think, oh, I'm just not that creative, but I'm creative in the business sense, and I'm creative in finding solutions and finding
Yes.
angles that really work. So if I tap into that and put my thinking hat on and I start to create from what I know, and then allow other people to come into my vision and help me do the things that I may not be ideal at. And what I found that when I tired of working in my magic of that, I started to make something I'm really passionate about, like natural body butters and lip balms. It has got
Great.
nothing to do with my business, but it's my way of allowing myself to be creative with something else that is not my work, but allows me time to relax and maybe tap into thoughts that I'm not even aware of when I am in my busy working mode. So again, it's just that self-expression, just allowing yourself. And I know, Helena, you do a lot of self-expression facilitating through dance. Tell me a bit more about that as a creative channel and outlet.
Yes, so I think before we get to the expression bit, first people have to come into their bodies, connect, and release the tension, release the holding,
Mm,
release before you can openly express and create. First, you have to release the layers. So I help people, I guide people to just drop out of here. You
mm,
come back into your bodies. That's the start. That's the beginning. You release your tension. Your mind drops from your small ego self into your heart, into your bigger self with a capital S, the self that sees beyond you and the negative things that you sort of have about yourself, your self-limiting beliefs. You drop that, which is ego stuff, actually.
mm,
No one really cares, actually. No one really cares apart
mm,
from us, right? That's also the irony of it. So when you drop out of there and you come into your body, and I guide in a very intentional way, but then that intentional way is just to give you the roots. Then you're free to fly. And I'm not saying it can happen in like 10 minutes, but it doesn't have to take as long as you think. Certainly not to get out of your busy mindset. We know that. Sometimes we find things that make us happy and we can switch off. What you described, Raimonda, with the
Mhm.
creams and body butter is beautiful. And actually, there's a new book that's come out with a neuroscientist kind of doctor. And he's talking about how important it is for our brains to have downtime. Downtime, like go walk in the nature, switch off, because actually it makes our brains grow and it keeps our brains healthy. And
Mm.
then it's during the downtime that actually the creativity can emerge. If you're constantly so busy, you're not giving yourself the chance to be creative because your brain is constantly in beta mode.
Yeah. Yeah. The doing. Oh, it's
You're doing.
we feel like we're not being productive. And I've just come off a retreat, a week-long retreat with exceptionally successful women who have careers, have multiple careers. And when I asked them, what do you want? They said to me, downtime.
Mm.
And it was amazing because we haven't made them do too much, or we haven't had too many workshops and training. But that downtime, the disconnect from the busyness and the doing, allowed them to tap into such wisdom, which they've been craving, the clarity, the wisdom, the direction, the self connection to themselves. And when we spoke on a last day, I said, what are you taking away? Then they're like, that self connection and the downtime has been the most nourishing, rewarding thing that I could have done for myself.
Beautiful. Again, that's that dropping into the heart and self-compassion, giving yourself, allowing yourself to have that time as well. The self-care. It's sacred self-care,
Yeah,
actually.
yeah,
Mm.
beautiful. Helen, how do you support people? Like, do you have programs? Is it workshops? Just to get an idea of if people really wanted to pursue something with you and do further work, how do you support them?
Yeah, I can support you through one-on-one coaching, through my system, or it can be tailored to what you're actually seeking, but
Yeah.
through everything we've talked about. I am doing an in-person retreat in October in Gloucestershire.
Hey.
I am presenting in person at the ISMETA conference in Spain in September, which is the governing body of what I do.
Wow.
ISMETA is the International Somatic Movement Education Training Association. I'm going to be at Butterfield Festival in the UK, if anyone is in the UK, doing in person.
Yeah.
But yes, online, connect with me. I can support you online. And I have a group program, I have one to one, and I am just creating new workshops that will be online. So if you find me online, let's connect.
Amazing. How do people, or is it main platform, or how do people search you?
My website is NiioDance, N-I-I-O dance.com. I'm elenasue.neodance on Instagram. I'm Elena Sue on LinkedIn, elenasue.neodance on YouTube. So you can message me on Instagram or LinkedIn or
Yeah.
Facebook. I'm Elena Sue on Facebook. So yeah. And I've got a 20-minute free somatic dance meditation to get you started, which a lot of people like very much.
Mm.
It's an MP3. So, you can do it outside, you can do it wherever. Just drop in, plug in. It's got beautiful soundtrack, and you can experience a moving meditation, a way to drop into your body that doesn't involve having to sit still and do traditional sitting meditation. You don't have to focus on being mindful. You just have to listen to me and the music and just allow. And
That is,
that's a good way in to give you an idea.
yeah,
And that's on my website.
a lot of times when I'm part of meditation, my eyes wide open, I'm thinking a lot, and I think, yeah, my meditation is through expression because I'm very visual, so I need to connect.
Yes. And sitting meditation isn't for everyone. If you're going through a lot of deep stuff, grief, sometimes for prisoners, whatever. It's not for everyone. It can be too much to just sit there and
Mm,
try and work through it that way. And so we're all different. We all have different ways. That's part of what I offer, is to actually allow you to come home to yourself, so that you can trust yourself again,
mm.
to be you, to be you.
Yeah. Yeah. Self-expression, which don't
Mm,
be boxed in by the expectation what meditation should look like. It could be something completely different.
absolutely, absolutely.
Arnie, I'm sorry, Helen. This has been just really, really wonderful time, and I hope it serves our audience to just get grounded and find their magnetic presence in themselves and really not be afraid of self-expression and tapping into their hearts and release their gifts into the world. So this has been really wonderful.
Thank you for having me on here, Raimonda. Yeah, I hope something of what I've said helps and lands with you.
Mm,
Please do feel free to connect with me to learn more. Yeah, and wishing you all to really be able to fully express your gifts in the world, because you've all got amazing gifts waiting to be discovered.
absolutely. Thank you so much. And to all of our listeners, if you have enjoyed it, make sure you check out other episodes of the Five Keys to Thrive. You don't know what gems our guest experts are sharing until you really tap into it. And I know each and every one of them sharing some wonderful, wonderful insights. And of course, if you have enjoyed it, share it with your audience as well, because so then we can reach more people around the world who might be needing this. And we look forward to seeing you on another episode. Take care for now.